dedicated to you.
It's Indiana in the Morning, always presented by First Commonwealth Bank. It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, 101.1 FM, AM 1160. AccuWeather says today partly sunny, slight chance of afternoon showers. High temperature today, 78 degrees in downtown Indiana right now. Our temperature is 57. And he is Indiana Borough Police Chief Justin Schawl. Chief Schawl's appearance with us brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. You can join them on Facebook as well this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. You're going to work some extra hours tonight, huh? You've got National Night Out is tonight, and Indiana Borough's Night Out is tonight, too.
We are. We're going to work late tonight. So National Night Out is scheduled for downtown Indiana at IRMC Park from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. tonight. Mm-hmm. And the event, as you said, is a national event. So nationwide, police departments, first responder agencies, all of us will be out in our communities tonight, encouraging conversations, and it's billed as a neighborhood camaraderie event because relationships matter, and safe communities have good relationships. And here in Indiana Borough and in Indiana County, relationships are extremely important. And so we're going to have a lot of first responder vehicles and first responders on display tonight at IRMC Park. It's absolutely free. Maybe some live music in the park, and we'll be doing some giveaways of some really nice products just to thank the community for being with us. And so it's going to be a nice event. If you're able to join us, hopefully the weather stays nice all day. Again, 5 to 7, IRMC Park in downtown Indiana. Yeah,
well, an event like this isn't just about being seen. It's about actually interacting with folks. So you'd love to have people come out and talk with you, learn about what you do, and maybe you can learn a little bit about them too.
Well, 100%. It's about building relationships, and we can't do that without engaging each other. So certainly we'll be present, and our partners from across the county, the Sheriff's Department, the State Police, IUP Police Department, Citizens Ambulance, Indiana Fire Association, Emergency Management. I believe the Army National Guard will be there, along with Fish and Game Commission. And some of our community partners will have some tables set up, the Indiana County District Attorney's Office. So it's going to be a really nice event. And all we need to add are the discussions and the engagement. And we're just looking forward to a really nice couple hours of event.
Will there be a four-legged officer there?
There will not be a four-legged officer there that I know of. Axel's still in training, and he's not on duty today. I could be surprised, but there may be some other four-legged friends there. But we really wanted to make sure that Axel had his certifications before we brought him out in public settings. Mm-hmm. So he's eager. I know that the canine officer, Hogue, is eager. But I don't know that today is the day that we're going to do that.
Sure. But you're right. When he gets out there among the people, he's going to be a real asset, isn't he?
He is. I'm very proud of this program. I think it's a good one. It's a worthy cause. I think that Axel in and of himself has demonstrated that he is a conversation starter, and it's hard to see a friendly pup without putting a smile on somebody's face. And so for that alone, it's great. But I mean, also, I know that you have Dr. May coming in, but just from a stress and a mental health standpoint, it's sometimes nice to set aside the things that you're dealing with in a moment and just be able to come back to a more peaceful setting. And that's really what we're hoping that Axel does, and is calling him a comfort canine, is to bring comfort not only to crime victims or trauma victims, but also to officers and community members who are out and about and engaging.
Yeah. Okay. So National Night Out is tonight. Time frame again for Indiana Borough?
National Night Out tonight, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at IRMC Park. So I just ask that everyone, if you're able, come down and join us, even if it's for a few minutes. Drive safely through town tonight. We're expecting an increase in pedestrian traffic. We want everyone always to be safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of increases in pedestrian traffic, we're in the month of August now, and that means that it will not be long before IUP starts filling up again with students, and the things change around these parts. It's nice that they're coming back this year as opposed to last year, isn't it?
It is nice. It is nice. This is a vibrant community, and we really missed the vibrancy of downtown Indiana in the past year. Our student population is important to Indiana Borough. It's important to Indiana County, and so really looking forward to the students returning. But As they do return, it also creates more traffic, more pedestrian traffic. Our nights, I assume, are going to get a little bit busier with nighttime activities that perhaps haven't been occurring in downtown Indiana for a while, which always is good when it can be done safely, and but it also presents some challenges to public safety. And then, of course, all the events that come along with the student population, like IUP's homecoming, and we have a NAF event coming up in September, and a number of special events that are planned starting. Special events started, I guess, with the West Virginia Jazz Festival, but Indiana Borough has always been committed to special events, and as a community police department, we're always planning and preparing for a next event because there's just no inherently safe public event that requires planning and organization and cooperation amongst agencies, and so a lot of our day at the police department is spent planning and preparing.
Well, a few years ago, IACT was formed as a response to the need to have a better police presence, better interagency cooperation, and make things work more smoothly around big events. I know IUP announced homecoming, and that means that that planning and that preparation is already underway, isn't it?
It is. It is. I wasn't leading the Indiana Police Department when IACT was formed, but I have been front and center for IACT for the past 2.5, 3 years. And so I do know that organization to be a planning entity, and we're all better together. We're all dealing with the same problems, perhaps or not only problems, but we're all dealing with the same larger issues, but perhaps we have a different vantage point and viewpoint for where we can plug in. So having everyone together, I think I'm certain, makes a better and safer event. So it's nice to be able to plan with partners in our community, and not everything can be solved with a police service. So
Sure.
It is nice when everybody can plug in together.
Yeah, everybody does around those events, and so that planning will go on, of course, with the return of the student population and the increase in activities in downtown Indiana. That'll go on as well. We're assuming all of this because with the COVID protocols, one never knows. But those are things that you get to planning on. Meanwhile, the daily police work goes on, and we think about all of the downtown and other Indiana borough construction projects that have been happening and different road situations. The traffic angle from the Indiana Borough Police versus the crime angle, it all comes together to make one big mix of duties for Indiana Borough Police, and deciding who goes where and who serves when and does what is a big thing.
Everything is complex and everything is connected because public safety involves all those things that you just spoke about. Planning for special events, mitigating traffic, making sure there's safe parking, pedestrian traffic. We have Indiana High School that we didn't even talk about. The Indiana School District is going to be returning soon.
That's true.
And Eisenhower Elementary School is still under repair. So we're going to be figuring out some things this year. It's always complex. COVID presented us with challenges that were unfamiliar in 2019 and 2020. It appears, sadly, that it's presenting us with more challenges or additional challenges today. But we've always had traditional challenges. And because we're resuming back to what's more normal for us, our challenges aren't becoming less. They're just becoming more familiar. So traffic flow, where do we get the most positive impact? The Indiana Borough Police Department is focused on enhancing the lives of everyone in our community, and we're focused on peace, safety, and comfort. But that requires us to be flexible. Requires us to be flexible to meet every need that we're confronted with. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's a heavy focus on traffic safety. Sometimes it's a specific area focus on traffic safety. Other times it's warning the community about scams that are occurring. And other times it's reacting to a negative event. That's probably one of the best compliments that I can give the members of the Indiana Borough Police Department are that they remain flexible and prepared for any uncertain or rapidly developing circumstance. And Indiana Borough and Indiana County residents should have every confidence in their police department because we have trained and prepared for what we know is coming and what we can't yet expect to come. Yeah. And so it's a real testament to everybody there and to law enforcement and countywide.
Most visibly for Indiana Borough is traffic enforcement and just getting out and being police officers in uniform. The investigative aspect of what Indiana Borough Police does, that has to be examined as well because you just mentioned scams. Scams are a big thing And every agency, every police agency is working right now overtime on scams. And you're called upon, too, to investigate scams. You get those calls as well.
We do. I'm giving a report to council tonight, and I think we've had 55 reports in Indiana Borough of our citizens being victimized by some scammer or some form of scam one way or another. I know that everyone's been hearing about unemployment fraud and things that are going on there, but as to investigation, hours and hours. I mean, the behind-the-scenes investigative work. You may see a police car drive down the street. You may see a police officer interacting with someone on the street. You may see a crash investigation taking place on the street. That is probably the least of what we're going to do to resolve that incident. So hours and hours of investigation. Our investigators working the more major cases that are occurring in Indiana Borough, hundreds of hours sometimes of investigative work. And those are things that are so difficult to quantify as far as, well, I haven't seen a policeman in 20 minutes. Where are they? Well, a call that lasted 10 minutes probably generated 30 minutes worth of paperwork or report writing necessary because there may be follow-up investigations that need done. You may need information off of a police report to help ease or minimize the impact of your victimization. So we do a complete job. We have to do a complete job. And so it gets complicated. Time management in the profession of law enforcement, Indiana Borough Police Department, that balanced with flexibility to be an omnipresence, try and be everywhere at all times. It's a true challenge, and we provide 24/7, 365 police service, and we're proud to do that.
Well, we know that none of it is worth it if it doesn't hold up in court, and so those police reports have to be right, and they have to be written correctly, and for a court to uphold what the findings are, and it's extremely important to get the bad people off the streets and keep the streets safe and clean. Tonight, once more, it is National Night Out, and Indiana Borough is celebrating at IRMC Park on North 7th Street.
That's right. If you can join us between 5 and 7 p.m., National Night Out tonight, join your first responders, and we just appreciate an opportunity to speak with you.
He is Indiana Borough Police Chief Justin Schawl. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. And he mentioned, Chief Schawl did, that Dr. Ralph May will be in to join us. That's right after the news at 9 o'clock, and that's only second.